Good morning, everyone. Guys, if you can see my screen, just type S in the chat box. Great. So let's get started, guys. Today, I'm going to teach you the modifiers and interfaces. We don't know whether we can go till interfaces in today's session, but we'll definitely get started with modifiers for sure. Okay. So fine. So just give me a second. Okay. All good. So modifiers is the topic that I'm going to cover now. So what modifiers are? What are modifiers? So as the name speaks, okay? So what are modifiers? I'll tell you. So what are modifiers? Everyone type modifiers in the chat box. Everyone type modifiers in the chat box. So everyone has typed modifiers in the chat box, right? Fine. So guys, what are modifiers? As the name speaks, okay? It modifiers modify the behavior of the properties. Okay, modifiers modify the behaviors of the properties. What are properties in this case, or behavior of classes, methods, and variables? Simple words. Okay, modifiers modify the behavior of the classes, methods, and variables. So you can specify the modifiers before the classes, before the methods, before the variables. Okay. So modifiers can be specified where? Type in the chat box. What are the three items before which the modifiers can be specified? What are the main three items before which the modifiers can be specified? One is classes. Everyone type in the chat box. Classes. Next one is methods. Other one is what? Variables. Okay, these are the three items before which modifiers in Java can be specified. And when they are specified, the behavior, the original behavior of these classes, methods, and variables will get modified. They will try to behave in a different way. The classes will behave in a different way when different modifiers are provided. The methods will behave in a different way when different modifiers are provided. Variables will behave in a different way when different modifiers before the variables are provided. Yes. Modifiers can be specified before classes, methods, and variables. When modifiers are specified before any of these items, the original behavior of these classes, methods, and variables, okay, will differ, will get modified. Modifiers modify the behavior of the classes, methods, and variables. So now we understood what exactly the modifiers are. So how many modifiers are there? You can see the diagram here. Everyone can see the diagram, right? Modifiers at a high level can be categorized into two types. One is access modifiers, another is non-access modifiers. Modifiers can be categorized into two types. One is access modifiers, other one is non-access modifiers. First one, access modifiers. Other one is non-access. Everyone type in the chat box. Access, non-access modifiers. There are two types of modifiers. One is access modifier, other one is non-access modifier. Everyone type in the chat box the same thing. Okay. Now I understood what are modifiers, what they will do, and before what you can specify the modifiers, And now the types of modifiers. Access and non-access modifiers are the types of modifiers. Okay. Access and non-access modifiers are the types of the modifiers. Okay, fine. So coming to the first type, that is access modifiers, we have four access modifiers. They are public, private, protected, and default. Four. What are they? Under these access modifiers that we are going to discuss first, or I'm going to explain first, there are four varieties. There are four access modifiers we have. First one is what? Public. Then private. Then we have protected. Then we have default. So there is no out of all these four modifiers, public is a keyword, private is a keyword, protected is a keyword. Okay, we have to specially type these keywords. But coming to the default, it's not a keyword. It's not a keyword. If you don't specify either public, private, protected, if you don't specify anything, it will become default access modifier automatically. So fine. Everyone type in the chat box the four different modifiers we have, access modifiers we have in Java. There are four access modifiers. That is public, private, protected, default. Everyone type in the chat box. Yes, Abhi, you're right. Vijay, you're typing. Maha, right. Right, Nagavini. Public, private, protected, and default. Yes, Abhi. Yes, Abhi. Yeah, Gaurav, Vijay. Right, right, correct. I can see everyone typing. That's great. So these are the four access modifiers. Right, correct. Rajesh, Dinesh, and all. Mahesh and all. Okay, public, private, protected, default. Okay, these are the four access modifiers. When we don't specify any modifier like private, public, protected, it will be default. There is no keyword such as default. We don't have to type any default kind of stuff. Okay, while writing the code. If you don't type anything, it will become default. Okay, that's what I meant to say. We'll understand in going ahead. First, we'll start with the first access modifier, that is public access modifier. Okay, I'm going to explain about the public access modifier. So you can specify this public access modifier. I'll just go with one by one. Here, public I'll take, public access modifier I'll take. This public access modifier can be specified before class, variable, and method. Okay, we can specify the public before class, variable, classes, variables, and methods. Okay, all the three items we can specify the public access modifier. It's allowed. Okay, it's allowed to specify public access modifier before class, variable, and method. So just observe something here. Okay, so what is public? I'll explain in a real world terms. Let's say you went to one location, let's say Goa. Okay, you visited Goa, let's say, and in Goa, lot of beaches. Goa is known for lot of beaches, right? Lot of beaches are there, but not all beaches you have the access. For not all, lot of beaches you have access, but out of all these beaches, every beach you don't have the access. There are some beaches in Goa, okay, where you have access for these beaches when you check into that particular hotel. Okay, only this particular beach, let's say, if you check into this hotel, if you have booked a room in this hotel and are staying in this hotel for some period of time, then you have the access to this hotel. Okay, so but what about other beaches which are in Goa where you don't have to check into the hotel in order to access the beaches? These are public beaches. What are these beaches? These are public beaches. These are not public. Okay, the beaches where you will only get access when you stay in the hotel are not they are not public. These are private. These are private beaches, private. Okay. Whereas all the other beaches other than these hotels things are public beaches. You can access, anyone can access, right? Okay. So that's what is public all about, guys. Public means public. Public school. Let's say if you say public school, anyone can go and get admission in that school. They don't have to pay any money. It's free of cost. Whereas private means you have to go and only the people who pay some money on a monthly basis to the school, they only will be given the admission. That is, they are private schools. Like that, public, private. You know the terms, right? Public and private. Same thing applies for Java also, guys. If you make this class public, variable public, method public, anyone can use this class, variable, and method. Okay. Outside the class also, outside the class, anyone within the class, outside the class, doesn't matter. Anyone, okay, can use this class, variable, and method. So let me do one thing. I'll just create a new package, right click, new package, access, modifiers I'll mention. Otherwise, I'll just rename it as refactor, rename. I'll simply say public access modifier. I don't know how many examples I'll get, so I'm just creating this way. Public access modifier. This is the one. Inside this, I'm going to create a class. Okay, inside this, I'm going to create a class. I'm going to name the class as sample class or car class or whatever the class you want. Okay, let's say car class. It will be easy for us. Click on finish. Okay, here class car got created, but here before this car class, before this class, there is an access modifier specified. What is that access modifier that is specified before the class? What is the access modifier that is specified before the class? Public, right? Public is a access modifier that is specified before the class. Okay, public is the access modifier that is specified before the class. Public access modifier. That means all good. Okay, for now, class is specified with public. Similarly, inside this class, I'm going to create some variables and methods. Let's say string account type 1, int, otherwise double price. Like this, some variables I'm creating. So I'm just providing this public access modifier before these variables. Now, before the class, I specified the public access modifier. Before the variables, I specified public access modifier. Now I'm going to create method public void start car. Before this method also, I specified public access modifier Println car started. Okay. Here one more method I'll create public void stop car Println car stopped. Okay. So here also public access modifier is specified. Before these variables, public access modifier is specified. Before these methods, before these variables, before these methods, and before the class. Everywhere public access modifier is specified. Right? Public. Everywhere public. Before the classes I specified public, before the variables I specified public, before the methods I specified public only. Okay. In this case, if I create another class, let's say demo class as usual, demo class with main method. Now outside this class, can I access this class, variables, and methods because all are specified as public? Can I access? What do you say? Since they are specified as public, all these classes, variables, and methods are specified as public. Can I access them outside the class? Yes or no? Everyone type either yes or no. Can I access this class, variables, and methods outside the class because I specified public? Public means everyone can access, right? So the answer should be yes, definitely yes. So how can I make sure that this class can be accessible outside the class? So what I generally do for a class outside the class, I need to create an object. If I am able to create an object for this class without any error, that means I'm able to access the class outside the class. So if I say new car, and if I am not getting any error, am I getting any error when I say new car? No, right? C is equal to car. So I can create an object for the car class. That means since car is public, I'm able to create an object outside the class. If car is not public, then it would have been given me some error. Since the class is public, I can access. What about these variables and methods can I access? Yes, I can access them because they're also public. Account type 1 is public, price is public, start car is public, stop car is public. As C dot, you see I can access account type 1 because account type 1 is public. And say savings. C dot price, let's say 9 lakhs, I can access. Then C dot start car, I can access. C dot stop car, I can access. The class I can access because I'm able to create an object. The variables I can access because they are public. Okay. The methods I can access because they're also public, right? So public means you can access the class, variables, and methods outside the class. Okay. Fine. Clear so far, guys? Everyone clear? If it is clear so far, just type C in the chat box. If it is clear for everyone, type C in the chat box. Great, great. Fine. Yeah, looks like everyone is clear with these concepts. Fine. Good. Now, there's one more thing coming up. That is, I'm going to create another package. Okay, this is public access modifier only. I'm going to create another package, if package, different package. I'll just call this as a different package. Okay, it's a different package. You see, this class is inside which package? This car class is inside which package? This car class is inside which package? Public access modifier package, right? Public access modifier package. But here, I'm creating a different package and I'm going to create the demo class in this package. I'm going to create demo class in this package. Now tell me, car class and demo class, do they belong to the same package as earlier or different package? Earlier, car and demo were belonging to the same package. Now I created one more class, demo class, inside a different package. This new demo class belong to the same package or different package? Same package or different package? Car class belong to the public access modifier package, whereas demo class belong to different package. Okay, the name itself is different, I named. Okay, so in that case, can I create? Can I access this class, variables, and methods outside the package? Is it possible? Is it possible now? Because they are public. Can public class, public variables, public methods can be accessed outside the package? Yes or no? Just type whatever you feel, you type yes or no. Two answers will be there, either yes or no, right? Any of the thing will be correct. The answer is what? So a lot of people are saying no, few people are saying yes. Let's find it out. So let's find it out. When you try to create an object, new car, earlier I was not getting this error, but I am not now getting the error. Can you see that, guys? Earlier, when I say new car, I was not getting an error, but since this demo class belong to a different package, I'm getting an error, right? Why I'm getting this error? When I hover the mouse on this, it's saying import car from public access modifier package. Which package the car class belongs to? Public access. You see, when I say public before a class, variable, and method, they should be able to, we should be able to access this class, variables, and methods throughout the project, guys. Understand this. Okay? We should be able to access this class, variables, and methods which are specified as public throughout the project. Whether they are belong to different package doesn't matter. We should be able to access. But there is some small catch. Okay? Though this class, variables, and methods can be accessed throughout the project, since they are mentioned as public, public means anyone can access in the project. But if you're trying to access this class, variables, and methods outside the package, there is one thing that you have to do. When you're creating an object for that class, in order to access the variables and methods of the class, like this, when you try to create an object, you are going to get an error here. But we can resolve this error. So what this error is saying that you can still access this class outside the package. But the only thing that you have to do in Java is, since this particular class belongs to a different package, you have to import this class from that package first. Here you have to write the import statement. Import. What is the package name? Public access modifier. This is a package in which this class is available, right? You have to import that. Okay. Dot. What is this? Import. Dot. Now it's coming. Okay. Or import this. Let's see what will happen. It's giving an error. So I have to import car. Okay. What I have to import from this package? It's imported. Imported car. For example, guys, in India, you can purchase any car from any location. You can go to another state and purchase, no problem. But if you want to purchase a car from a different country other than India, you have to import it or not. Something like this. I'm going to give an example here. Just understand this. If you're trying to purchase a car in India from any location of the state, you can purchase without importing, right? You can directly purchase a car in your own state and all. But if you want to purchase a car which is outside our country, then you have to import it or not. Yes or no, guys? You have to import that car or not. Similarly, here also, if this class belongs to another package, it's like a different country it belongs to. This class now belongs to a different country. Okay. So then you have to write the import. This statement is required. Why? Because this class doesn't belong to the same country. That is same package it doesn't belong to. This demo class belong to a different package. This class belong to a different package. In that case, according to the rules of Java, you have to import it. You have to write import the package name dot. What do you want to import from that package? I want to import this car class from that package. So when you say so, import public access modifier dot class, and that is car, you see the error is gone. Okay. I can still access this public access modifier specified class outside the class. When this particular class is outside the package, I can access. Only thing is that when it's outside the package, okay, when this class belongs to a different package, first I need to import this class from that particular package by writing this statement, import keyword followed by this one. Okay, package name and class name that you want to import from this package. Okay, this is a statement you have to write. Then the error will be gone. Or there's a very simple way in Eclipse IDE. You don't remember how to type import and all. Hover the mouse on this car and it will only give you the suggestion. Import car class from which package, which car class you want to import. There are many car classes here. You see, car class is not only in this one. I used it everywhere. That's why when I hover the mouse, it's giving me different suggestions. You want to import the car class from public access modifier package, or I have created the car class also in class objects. Where is that class objects thing? Here also I create a car class. That's why it's giving that suggestion. Do you want to import the car class from class objects or constructors? This package if you want to. Okay. Giving suggestions from different places, you see. Constructors again, empty constructors, initialize with my different packages I created the same car classes, same example I took. But now in this case, I have to import this car class from which package? Public access modifiers package. Okay. Hover the mouse and import it from public access modifier package. You see, automatically the import statement will be added by Eclipse IDE. Import package name and the class that you want to import. Is it clear? Abhi, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Great, great. Now, once you import, there is no other rule. Okay. Once you import this class from a different package by writing the import statement, there is no other rule. It's public now. You can simply say C dot. All the things are similar. See, account type is equal to savings because it is a account type one is a public access modifier specified savings account. Okay. C dot price is equal to 9 lakhs. Okay. And C dot, I can say start car because start car is also public. I can access directly. C dot stop car. Remaining all are same. Okay. That's it. Public can be accessed anywhere inside the project. Inside the project, public access modifier specified classes, variables, and methods can be accessed anywhere. But if this class from which you are trying to access this public access modifier specified classes, variables, and methods are belong to the same package, if these two classes belong to the same package, then I don't have to write the import statement because they belong to the same package. But if this particular thing belongs to a different package, in order to access this class, variables, and methods, first I have to import that class from that particular different package, then I have to access. I can still access, but only thing is that I have to import that class from a different package. Okay. If there are 5 classes, do we have to write 5 times import statements? Okay. So it all depends, Maha. It all depends, Maha. If all those 5 classes belong to the same package, if those 5 classes belong to the same package, then we don't have to write. Okay. Then we don't have to write. For example, in the public access modifier, same package, I'll create one more class. I'll just name this as sample class. Now this sample class also belongs to the same package, public access modifier package. Car class also belongs to this public access modifier package, right? Now the sample class is also specified as public. Now if I want to create an object for sample class here, new sample, s is equal to sample. What's happening? What's happening here? I'm getting an error, right? I'm getting an error or not? I'm getting an error. The reason I am getting an error is, compiler error is, this particular class belongs to a different package. Okay. Demo class belongs to this package, whereas sample class belongs to public access modifier package. I have to write one more import statement or not here. Import public access modifier dot, which class I have to import this time? Sample class. Then error will be gone. So how many import statements have written? For 2 classes, how many import statements have written here? 2. But there is a way, guys. I don't have to write this many number of import statements because these 2 classes belong to the same package or not. Are these just 2 same packages or not? Same packages, right? Public access modifier, public access modifier. So instead of writing these two statements, I'll remove one of the statement, and instead of dot car, I'll say dot *. The moment I say dot *, it can be anything from this public access modifier package. You see, I have to write only one import statement in this case. But if this classes, car class, sample class belong to any other different packages, then multiple import statements are compulsory. Okay, clear now? Clear now? How many import statements you have to write? Is it clear? Maha, is it clear for you?
Yes.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay. So simple. Now we are done with the public access modifier. Classes, variables, and methods specified with public access modifier can be accessed directly by the class which are in the same package. Classes, variables, and methods specified with public access modifier can be accessed by the class outside the package after we import that class, classes from the different package. Okay. So imported classes here in this case, imported items. Okay. You have to pay a lot of tax, right, for the imported things basically in real world. Okay. Imported car, more than the cost of the car, you have to pay taxes. Okay. Because you are importing from another country. Here, some extra thing that you have to do in Java is that if you are importing from a different package, you have to write the import statement. Okay. If in the same package, no need to import it. Okay. Because it's local, same, belong to the same package. Okay. This is what is public access modifier all about. No, we cannot access outside the project. Okay. We cannot access public outside the package, but there is a way, but we should not be discussing that much. Jar files and all. We have to convert this project into a jar and, and add that jar as a library into another project, and then you can access. Okay. Got it? It's a very big concept. It's all about the jar files. It's all about the jar files. Okay. How we are importing the Java library? You see, this class keyword belongs to Java library. This public keyword belongs to Java library. Okay. This package keyword belongs to Java library. How we are able to access all the things of Java here? Because we added the Java library to the project or not? Java library is there in the project or not? Yes, right. You see, when you expand this Java library, what are these things? Java.base. These are all jar files. You see, when I hover the mouse, you say dot jar is coming, dot jar is coming, dot jar is coming. These are all the jar files. Inside the jar files, packages will be there. Inside the packages, classes, interfaces, variables, methods, everything will be there. Like that, Java developers have created this Java library for us, which will contain a lot of jar files, and jar files will contain packages. Packages will contain some variables, methods, predefined classes, interfaces, etc. All those things we are able to access because this library you added to this project. That jar files you added to the project as part of the Java library, because of which all the Java things you are able to access while writing. You are not doing a lot of hard work, right? Simply you are taking the help of Java here. Okay. New keyword, everything is coming because of the Java only, right? Otherwise, you'll not get it. Similarly, this project, if you want to use in another project, let's say, okay, since one of the people have asked me the question, if this project you want to use in another project, okay, there is a way you can export this as a jar file. Okay, there's a way where you can export it as a jar file. You see, jar file, next, and like that you create a jar file of this project and add this jar file as a library to another project. Okay, add this jar file of this project as a library to another project, then you can access. Otherwise, you cannot access outside the project. Clear? Clear with this thing, guys? Can we access outside the project by using public? Is it clear? You can access, but when you export that as a jar file and provide it outside the packages. Okay. And one more question coming from Balu is mention hashtag symbol import particular package related classes. What is this, Balu? Can you re-ask the question?
నో సార్ యాక్చువల్గా మనం ఇక్కడ పబ్లిక్ యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫై ప్యాకేజ్ ఇచ్చాం కదా సార్.
Yes, public access modifier, right?
అందులో మనం ఒక్కొక్క క్లాసెస్ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకున్నాం కదా సార్.
Yes, we imported individual classes, right?
బట్ ఇక్కడ మనం స్టార్ మెన్షన్ చేసినప్పుడు పర్టికులర్ ఆ ప్యాకేజీలో అన్ని ఇంపోర్ట్ అవుతాయి సార్, లేకుంటే టోటల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో ఇంపోర్ట్ అవుతాయి సార్?
Total package. When you say
package.
star means you can access all the things from the package. Okay, you don't have to write multiple import statements are not required anymore. Okay. Instead of
Okay, sir.
writing public access modifier dot class, in this public access modifier, we have car class, sample class, right? Instead of writing multiple things like this, import public access modifier dot sample, instead of writing sample like this many number of import statement, if there is one more class again, you see, and one more import statement is required if you want to create an object. Instead of doing that, if you say star means any class, anything from that package. Okay, it can be car class, it can be sample class, all are getting imported at a go. All the
Okay,
classes in this package are imported at a go. Okay, clear?
okay, sir. Clear, sir. Clear. Thank you.
Fine. This is all about the public access modifier. Now let's go with the private. Okay, let's go with the private access modifier. So I'll just create a new package, private access modifier package. In that, I'm going to create a new class. Okay. I'll just name that as some bank, let's say some bank class. Finish. In bank, string account type 1 and string account type 2. These are the two variables. Okay. And some method I'm creating public void open account. For now, I'm just writing like this. I'll change the things. Just give me a second. System.out.println account opened. Then public void deposit money. Some two methods, sample two methods I'm creating for now. System.out.println deposit money. Here money deposited. Okay, money deposited. Fine. Now I'm going to explain all about private. Private means I told you in this real world example, not all beaches in Goa are public. Few beaches are private, where if you check into the hotel only, then you can access, right? Otherwise, you cannot access. Similarly, private here. Can we provide private before a class? Instead of public here, can I mention private here? What do you say? Yes or no? Some people are saying no, some people are saying yes. Not possible. If I say private, immediately I'm going to get an error saying illegal modifier. Private is not allowed before a class. Okay, class cannot be specified, or access modifier private cannot be specified before a class. Only public can be specified, but can I make a class private? Is it possible to make a class private? Yes or no? No. Type yes or no. Everyone, type the answer. Is it possible to make a class private? No, no, no is the answer. Everyone type no in the chat box. Okay, it's not possible to make a class as private. Okay, class cannot be private. When you do so, you are going to get illegal modifier error will come. Illegal modifier error will come if you do so. Okay, you see, for the class, only public abstract final are permitted, but any other access modifier is not permitted. It is saying you cannot specify private. If I remove the private and again make it public, it's good. So I am not going to touch the class because class only public, private cannot be specified. What about the variables and methods? Can I make them private? Variables and methods, can I specify private? What do you say? Everyone is saying yes. I can see in the chat, everyone is saying yes. That's correct. We can specify private before a variable. You see, before these two variables, I specified private. And instead of this public before the method, I'm replacing the public with private here for this method. And this one also private, I am saying. Okay. Fine. Save this. That's it. Now, The moment I make these variables and methods inside a class private, these variables and methods are private to this class. So private can be specified for only two things. What are they? What are the two things for which private can be specified? You can specify a private before the variables and methods, but not classes. Classes not possible. Only variables and methods you can specify private. But if you make the variables and methods as private inside the class, here private beach means the beach which is private to that particular hotel, right? Hotel property. The beach is a hotel property now. Only the people who check into the hotel can access this beach. Similarly, the variables and methods which are private are only private. Let's say this hotel is a class in this case. Okay, the private variables and methods only can be used by this class, not outside the class. It's not at all possible, guys. Okay, outside the class there is no way. Only within the class you can access. Only the class can access. But outside the class, if you try to access any of these private variables or methods, it's not possible. Clear? Clear, guys. I'll prove you that. Within the same package, I'll create one more class, like a demo class with main method, like this. Now this bank class belong to the same package, this demo class belong to the same package, but this class is public. I cannot specify private for the class, as you already know. So now can I create an object for this class? Outside the class, can I create an object for the class? Yes or no? Because this is public only, right? It's not private. Bank class is not private. Private is not possible for the classes. So I can access class, right? Outside the class, I can access. How? I can create an object. If I am able to create an object for the class, it means I can access a class outside the class. B is equal to bank, B is equal to new bank. Good. I can access, right? Bank B is equal to new bank, I can access. Now, but using this object reference, can I access these variables and methods outside the class? Outside the class, can I access these variables and methods which are private? I should not be able to access because they are private. They should be only accessed within the bank class, not outside the bank class. So if I try to do so, I'll not be able to access. B dot. Am I getting account type 1? No. B dot. Account type 2? No. B dot. Open account? No. B dot. Deposit money? No. I'm not getting anything. I cannot access. I cannot access, though I am able to create an object for this class because this class is public, but the variables and methods I cannot access outside the class. Yeah, Abi. Yeah, Abi. Your doubt, please. Ask your doubt.
Sir, what happen if you do method overriding here? If you do extends here?
Okay, you are trying to club the inheritance concept, huh?
Yeah, sir. If I extend, then can I use private, sir?
Where you want to use private again?
Sir, to another class, sir. To take these methods and variables, sir.
In demo class, he want to extend demo extends back.
Okay, extends bank.
And he want to use these private methods.
Let's see. D is equal to demo D dot. Can I access?
No.
No, right?
No, sir. No, sir.
Or simply say 1 minute. Public void sample method system dot out dot println on type 1. I'm not able to access. Okay, right? Private, very strict. Inheritance also, if it's a different class, you are not able to inherit the private. Okay. Okay. So the question is simple. If I have to make it simple, can we inherit private variables and methods into child classes in Java? Is the question, right? In simple words. Clear? The answer is here, right? The private members are only accessible within the class in which they are declared and are not visible to the subclasses. So strictly private means only to that, only in that class. No matter whether you create inheritance or you do anything, you will not be able to access outside the class. Okay, very strict. Fine, that is clear now, I guess. Only in the same class you can access. Whether inheritance you follow also, you cannot access in the child classes. Yes, simple words outside classes we cannot access. Simple words. Okay, fine. Anyhow, let's move back. Yeah, now private variables and methods I cannot access outside the class, but within the class can access. Within the class can access this private variables and methods. Yes, so let's find it out. So here I'll simply say system.out.println. If I try to access this account type 1 here, okay, or I can say account type 1 is equal to savings here. I can access. You see, I'm not getting any error. If I'm trying to use this private variable inside the same class, if I'm trying to access this variable, I can access. Let's say I would like to call this open account would like to call deposit money method. Deposit money method. Can I access? I can access. I can call this method because this method is accessible within the class. So any method in this class can access this deposit money, right? The private variables and methods can only be accessed within the what? Within the class only we can access. Outside the class not possible. Within the class only possible. Now, but still, this particular class want to access these variables and methods. Somehow want to do so. What we can do? I'll just give you one more example. This part is clear for everyone. Type C in the chat box if it is clear. So far it is clear. Type C. I'll take it to the next level. Great. Very important concepts these are. Okay. Okay. Everyone is clear with this. That's great. Now I'm going to create another one, another package. Just name this as private again. Private again. New class. But I can give some example. Okay. Computer class, let's say. Okay. Finish. And computer can be private. Can I make it public as private here? Tell me. Can I make this public as private? No, right? Not possible. Okay. So we'll keep it public only. Okay. We'll keep it public only. Not possible. Now inside this computer, I'll write string model. Okay. Int number of CPUs or something. Okay. Number of processors or whatever it is. Okay. Processors. Some example I'm taking this. Okay. That's fine. And I'm making it private. Private. And here, start computer, public void, start computer. But here I'll make it private again. System.out.println. Computer started. Private void, stop computer. System.out.println. Computer stop. Right? Computer stop. Okay, here all these variables and methods are private, right? Only the class is public, remaining all are, private. I'm going to create another class. Again, the same demo class I'll create with public static void main. Just like this. And can I create an object for this class? Outside the class, can I create an object for this computer class? Yes, you are right. New computer, I can say. That's fine. That's good. New computer. C is equal to computer. All good so far. All good so far. Now, can I access these variables and methods outside the class by using the object reference C dot model? Can I access C dot number of processors, C dot start computer, C dot stop computer? Can I access? No, not possible. But what if I create some methods here, which are public methods, public void, okay, set model, something, set model, I'll say, and I'll simply, can this method access this variable inside the same class? Can this public void set model can access this variable? Yes or no? Within the same class, right? This method is also inside the same class. Can we access or not? Here we can access. How? How can we access? I can simply say model is equal to some Inspiron 15. Okay, Inspiron 15 something I'm giving. Okay, that's fine. Model I have given. Similarly, one more method I'll create. Public void set number of processors. This is also a public method. Here I'll say this number of processors I can access here because within the class private variables can be accessed is equal to 4. I'll say number of processors 4. Good. Now similarly, I would like to create some more public methods. Public void get model. Let's say return this model. This method has to return the model whenever someone calls this. So the return type is what? String type, right? Here model is of which type? String type. So return type I'm creating. Then public void get number of processors, return this number of processors. And can I make it what type this is? Int type. Int type. Return type is int. Now, using this object reference, what are all the things I can access outside this class? Can I access these private things? No. But what about public things can I access? Public things I can access, right? With the help of public, I'm modifying the stuff. Okay. So what I'll do here is C dot set model, I'll say. So here I have to pass the model, string model. Whatever the model I want to set, that model I'll set. Okay. I'll say this dot model. Remember the this dot model concept? This dot model is equal to model. Okay. This is class model. This is parameter. Okay. Just to segregate the class variable with the parameter, I'm just writing like this. Okay. So now C dot set model, if I write here, I have to pass the model Inspiron 15. I'll write. Now similarly, if I want to get this model that has been set here, C dot get model, I'll say, and this get model will return you the string. String is because the return type of the get model is string, so string is coming as a return type here over the mouse. String return type is coming. String model is equal to, and I can print it out. System.out.println model. Similarly, I can do the same thing with number of processors also I can set, right? So how to set the number of processors? Here int number of processors, and I'll simply say this dot number of processors is equal to this parameter. Okay, now I'll call this C dot set number of processors. I'll just pass 4 here. Then C dot get number of processors. The return type of this get number of processors is int because get number of processors return type is int here. Okay, so int number is equal to system.out.println. I'll print the number. So far clear, guys? So far clear? Type C in the chat box if it is clear what I am doing here.
Arun, here we wrote system.out.println and we wrote return number. What is this? Scroll down. Yeah, here return modal, return number of processes.
The method will have return type, right? You remember the methods concept I covered?
Okay.
This is a return type. When you call this method is going to return you the number of processes.
Return means are we going to print or we are just returning the value from this method?
Who is calling this method? Who is calling this method in this program? Get number of processors.
Process.
Here we are
C.
calling.
Yes.
So whenever someone calls a method, this method will return you something back.
Okay.
What is that something that is returning? This particular method is returning number of processors. It is returning.
Okay.
So before returning the number of processors, we have already set the number of processors, right? Here you see. C set number of processors. 4 will go here. 4 will be assigned to number of processors. So this class variable number of processors will become 4. Okay.
Okay.
Now if you are calling this get number of processors, it is going to return you what? Number of processors, which is of int type. Return type is int.
Oh.
Return keyword. Now who is calling that get number of process? Here. So the return type 4 will come here. The 4 will be stored into this number and we are printing that. Now it's clear?
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anyone, any doubts in this case?
But around line number 13, it will take you to public void set number of processor here.
Yes, public
Where it will
void
take-
set. Yes, this one. You are calling this method here. Which method you are
Okay.
calling? Set number of processors. With the help of object reference, you are calling. When you
Okay.
call this method, the method is getting called and this value 4 will go here and that 4 will get assigned to the class level variable number of processors. Okay.
Okay.
And you are calling this method to retrieve that. For assigning, you are calling one method because why I'm doing all this stuff? Because these are all private. Still, if I want to access outside the class, this is the way I am saying. Able to understand? You see, this class, private variables and private methods cannot be accessed outside the class. But if there are some situations where one class want to really, modify the value of this particular private variables or get the value of this private variables outside the class, the only way is that we have to create some public methods. And using these public methods, we can either set the variable value, get the variable value. Okay. Getter and setters, we call this as. It's an advanced concept, I understand. Okay. By using setter and getter methods. Have I used getter and setter methods here? For get methods and set methods. For set, for assigning values, I'm using setter methods. For retrieving the values outside the class, this private stuff outside the class, I'm using getter methods. And they are public type. Can you see that public? Yes, Tanmay is saying, whatever Tanmay is saying is right in the chat. It looks like getter setter concept where we restrict scope using private and then using setter we can access again, right? Correct, Tanmay. That's right. Private will restrict the access of these variables and methods inside the class, only to the class. But if someone wants to access this private variables and methods outside the class somehow, there's only way is that in that class where private variables and methods are there, we have to create public methods. And with the help of public, we can access this private things outside the class. Methods also can be done. Rajkumar, you are asking me only this can be applied to variables, not for methods. I cannot say that. Okay, we can also do that for methods. For example, I'll create one method, public void call methods. I'll say. And because this method belongs to the same class, I can call this methods inside the class. That is start computer. I can call start computer method. Private method I can call stop computer private method I can call. Now using this object reference, if I say c dot call methods, what happens? This is public, so I can call it with help of public method. I'm calling this private methods. Clear, Rajkumar? Okay. Everyone clear? Is everyone clear with this concept? Type C in the chat box if everyone clear or ask me the doubts. It's very important to ask the doubts. Vijay is saying, is it encapsulation concept? I'll come to that. Everyone clear with this concept for now? Private getter and setter methods I am covering, and how to access the private variables and methods outside the class. Clear na? By creating some public methods inside the same class where private stuff is there, by accessing that public things of that class, we can access the private variables and methods. Okay, only the classes which have the access to the public stuff of that class can do that. Okay, otherwise not possible. Okay, fine, great.
Arun, can you share the codes? These two
Yeah,
things.
I'll share the codes. I'll share the codes. Every day I'm doing that, right? That's the reason I created as part of different package here, so that I can share it again properly. Okay, you can practice this. Okay, I'll share the code in the Telegram group. I'll share. Okay, as I do every day. Is that fine?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Okay, then. So, what about private thing outside the package? Is it possible to access the private variables and methods outside the package? Outside the class only not possible. How can I access outside the package? Are you getting the point, guys? Earlier, when I explained about private access modifier here, the bank class example I took, these are private variables and private methods. Okay. So can I access these private variables and methods outside the class, outside the bank class? I'm able to create an object for the class because class is public type. But using this object reference, can I access these private variables and methods outside the class? No, we cannot access outside the class. What about outside the package? If it's not outside the class, what about outside the package? Possible or not? What do you say? Not possible, right? Not possible. Within the package only not possible. How can it be possible outside the package? Not possible, okay? Even outside the package also not possible, okay? Because simple language, if I have to tell, private members of this class can be accessed only within the class, not even outside the class, not even outside the package. It cannot go outside the class, guys. If still you want to access this private variables and methods of this class outside the class, what is the way? What is the only way? I have to create some public methods inside this class, and using the public methods, I should be able to access them, right? Only way is to create some public methods inside this class, and with the help of that public methods, that getter and setter methods, okay, I can access them. But otherwise, if I don't create the public methods, is it possible? No, not possible. Okay, if I don't create the public methods inside this class, I cannot do that. Okay. Now let's come back to the question that one guy has asked me. Vijay asked me, it is an encapsulation concept, right or wrong? Okay. What is encapsulation, first of all? Okay. Yeah, encapsulation is somewhat related to the private concept that I understand. Encapsulation means what? Encapsulation means what? Have you seen any capsule, guys? Have you used any capsule? You have taken some capsule, some kind of capsule which has some line kind of thing, some colorful capsule, some granules inside that capsule, some small granules will be there inside the capsule. Hope you have come across in your life, right? Such kind of capsules. Some small granules, medicine will be there inside that capsules. Right? Small granules will be there. I'm trying to draw it properly, but somehow, okay. Some granules will be there inside the capsule. So why we call that as a capsule? Because it is holding something. You see, directly you don't have to put that matter in your mouth. Rather, this capsule is acting as a layer where the medicine will be there inside the capsule, and when you take it in, after it goes into your stomach, it will, it will just dissolve, and the medicine will be there in your stomach afterwards. Okay, but in the mouth, the granules should not be touching your mouth. But when you take it inside, once they go into your stomach, then the capsule will dissolve and the medicine will come out, right? Same thing here in encapsulation also. Encapsulation means what? A class concept, class containing what? Variables and methods, right? Class will generally contain variables and methods. Okay, so fine. So clarity, I'll just give you an example. Okay, encapsulation in Java. Okay, so in Java, encapsulation is achieved by using access modifiers to control the access to the class members, that is fields, methods, and all those stuff. Hide the internal implementation details on object and restrict access to its state and behavior. Okay. Yes, whatever I explained is same, encapsulation only, correct. Okay. So using getter and setter methods, we are able to access it. Okay. We are restricting the access or not. So hiding the things internally and only the classes which need to be given access, we are restricting the access. Not everyone can access, only the classes which have the access to that public methods can access that internal implementation. Okay. So I think I have a better way of explaining this. Just give me a second. I'll go with my notes otherwise. Encapsulation. Evernote, sorry. Yeah, this one gives a proper way, right? This text is all about encapsulation. It's not about Python actually, any language, the same thing. Okay. Whatever I covered is encapsulation basically. Okay. You are right. I'll just paste it here in the chat. You can take it from there if you want. Hope everyone got that in the chat box, the text. The getter and setter concept is all about encapsulation. I'll give you one real world example so that you will understand that in an easier way. Just see this example, you will understand encapsulation concept in a better way. Everyone know about car, right? Right, guys? You know about car, right? Everyone has seen a car, right? Have you sat inside a car? If yes, type yes in the chat box. Everyone sat inside a car in your lifetime, right? Let's say there is a car. Let's say this is a car. Have you observed that inside the car, in the driver's seat, there will be a steering? There will be a steering. And also, the car has some engine here. The car has some engine. So, and the steering is there. And some things are there like clutch, brake, accelerator, like the stuff is there. So now this is a driver seat. Yeah, this is a driver seat. Okay, driver is sitting on the seat and having the access to the this one, and he can use his controls like clutch, brake, and accelerator, and the engine is there, and all the operation is going on. Now tell me one thing, is this engine of the car accessible for everyone? Can anyone touch the engine? Can everyone touch the engine directly of this class? It's encapsulated. It's encapsulated in the car. The engine is encapsulated in the car. It's binded to the car. Not all the public can come and open your car like anything and take out the engine. Can it be done? Can everyone around you can go to your car and just open up your car and then take your engine? Take the engine outside? Is it possible? Now in this case, this engine is private. Engine is private to this car. Engine is private to this car. We made this engine private, like we made a variable and method as private. Okay, this car is a, let's say car is a class. In this example, car is a class, and this engine of this particular car is nothing but private variable or method. Now there is a problem for this engine. We got some problem to this engine. There should be some way to open up or not. You went to a mechanic and you said that my engine is not starting properly, some starting problem, something you told. Now the mechanic has to open up this car and check the engine. Now how can a mechanic will open something which is private to this car? This engine is restricted to all the other public, but for mechanic and the owner of the car, it should be accessible. For the owner of the car and for the mechanic, it should be accessible. You have something known as car keys. With the help of keys, if you give the keys to the mechanic will unlock your car, and he'll get all the controls of the car, and be using the control, he'll open this part of the car, and then he will use his screwdrivers and all those stuff and open up the engine outside. He'll take this engine outside and then fix the engine. Fix the problem in the engine. How that is possible for the mechanic? If it is not possible for other people, how it's possible for? There are some ways. That is, there is some kind of key or something, which is like a public method inside this class. Though this car class has a lot of private variables and methods, the car keys is nothing but a public thing, right? It's a public thing. So using that public public method kind of stuff like key, the mechanic is able to open up. So this way of encapsulating the engine inside the car by restricting the access to other people and giving the access only to the required people is called as encapsulation. Everyone clear? Binding the engine to this car, binding the engine of the car to the car, and restricting that engine to all the other people who should not be having the access, and only giving the access to the people who really need them to access is called as encapsulation. Now clear everyone? What is encapsulation means? In our case, what we have done? In our case, to get this kind of same thing done, we created a class. Inside the class, we made some variables and methods as private. We made some variables and methods, these variables and methods as private, and we made something as public also. Okay. So for only the people who need to access this private variables and methods, right? We created some public, and we'll give the access to this public methods for only those people who deserve the access, not for all the people. For all the remaining people, this private things will be private only. They cannot access them outside the class. But for the people who really need to indulge or involve in this private variables and methods, and who really need to get the access to this, for them we are giving the access to this via these public methods. We are accessing them. That is getter and setter methods. In this example, getter and setter methods we created, and using them, only few people who have the access to these getter and setter methods, like mechanic in this case, using the getter and setter methods, can access these private variables of the class. This concept is called as encapsulation, in simple words. This is encapsulation, binding the variables and methods to that particular class and restricting the access to only few people with the help of getter and setter methods is called as encapsulation. So along with this topic, we covered encapsulation also. So everyone type C in the chat box if it is clear. Private, public concepts are clear for you. I covered in a detailed way for you. Encapsulation topic is also covered as part of this. Some hooks concepts are also getting covered. Inheritance is covered already. As part of hooks, class is covered, object is covered, inheritance is covered. As part of the previous session, I covered inheritance. And then I covered this one, encapsulation. One more thing is polymorphism. Where we can achieve polymorphism, guys? Did I already cover polymorphism for you? This concept of Yes, overloading concept, you remember, right? Correct. With overloading concept? Yes, Rajkumar, you are also right. Method overloading and method overriding. Using method overloading and method overriding, we achieved, yes, methods having the same name but different parameters is polymorphism. Same method, but different ways it is behaving. Poly means many. Morphism means forms, many forms. Method having the same name has different faces. When you call one method, it's adding two numbers. When you call another method, it is having 3 numbers, but both the methods have the same name with a different number of parameters, different type of parameters, different order in which these parameters are declared. That's happening. That's what is polymorphism. Polymorphism is already covered for you as part of method overloading concept.
Sir, when we'll go for Java, sir, Selenium then, sir? After this, we'll go for Selenium, sir.
Yeah, after these notes are done, whatever the notes I am covering now,
Okay.
modifiers and interfaces are covered. For now, we are here. Access modifiers, private, public are done. Then we'll go for protected and default and static, final, abstract. Static I covered at a high level already. So remaining part I'll cover. And then we'll go for final abstract. After this final abstract are done, then we have this interfaces concept. So if you understand abstract, an extension of abstract is nothing but interfaces that will be covered. The next topic will be Selenium automation.
Okay, sir.
So after Selenium automation, after going something with Selenium automation, then again we'll go with some portion of Java again, then again Selenium. Like that, the concepts will be there. Okay. Till now, whatever Java I covered, I will cover for that part. Selenium will be covered, and again some concepts of Java will come. Again, Selenium will be continued. Okay. Java is not completed by this topic. Okay. So after this, we'll start Selenium. But Java is not completed it. Again, the time will come when we have to resume Java. Okay, in between Selenium, Java, again Selenium. Like that, it will be the course.
And the manual you took, will take it in the end, Arun, the Zira manual.
What is that? Manual part I will take it at the end. Okay, so or I'll plan something. I'm trying to plan something actually, but not now. Because not everyone is everyone wants manual part here. Most of the people came for automation. So what I can do is manual part I can move to weekends or something. Okay, not now, but maybe from the next weekends onwards, I'll try to do that. Okay. Manual guys can parallelly automation. Along with automation, you guys can also attend manual on weekends or something. I'll try to schedule in the coming days. Okay.
Okay.
So try to remind me next weekend. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, one doubt is there, that object you are creating, right, sir? So that left side, if I give that parent name, and right side, if I give the child name, what will happen, sir?
This part you are saying?
Yeah, sir.
That I'll cover during inheritance, that one. Interfaces concept. I'll cover that during interfaces. Okay, don't worry about that now.
Okay, sir.
That is going to be covered for you, but during interfaces concept. Okay. We have something known as interfaces. At that time, I'll cover that. Okay, why we have to do like that.
Okay, sir.
Creating object of the child class and assigning to the variable of the parent class. That's what you are asking. I know.
Yes.
Arun, I have a question in encapsulation
Please,
concept.
please ask.
So, in the explanation what you gave, you are trying to, set the values of the variables, right?
Yeah.
But
Tell.
we cannot access the methods, the private methods, right? Or can we still access private methods also?
Come again with your question.
So, can you go back to the getter setter example?
Get a set example. Okay, let me close this.
So, into the computer class.
Yeah.
Here, you are accessing and changing the values of the variables, right? The global variables.
Yes, yes.
So, but can we still, okay, here we are calling the methods also.
We can call the methods also.
Okay.
If you want to access these private methods, we can also access with help of public method. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Generally,
Thank
getter and setter methods are for variables. Okay. Getter and setter methods are for variables. But if you still want to call this private methods, then the way is to use the public method. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Okay. Clear. Okay. Any other questions, guys? And coming to the polymorphism we are implementing in Java with help of already covered concept known as overloading and overriding. Okay. With help of overloading and overriding, we are covering polymorphism. Polymorphism means poly means what? Many. Morphism means what? Forms. Many forms. Same thing having many forms. Same thing which have many forms. Okay. So here in this example, as you can see, whatever the ChatGPT has generated, here calculated the same add method. Here adding two numbers of integer type, whereas this method having the same name is adding two decimal values. Same method, but different result, different activities. Okay, it's adding two integers, it's adding two decimal values. Okay, so same method having different purposes or different forms. Polymorphism. In overriding also same thing. You see in animal class we have make sound. Animal make sound is there, but in the dog class same method is there. Same overridden method is there. Here dog box is there. Okay, when you call this method in the animal class, it will say animal makes a sound. But when you call this make sound same method in the child class, it will say dog box. It's behaving in a different way in overriding also. So method having the same name, but the activity of that particular method is different. So that is behavior of the method is different. That is called as forms. Okay, polymorphism. One name, many forms. Right, correct. Method having the same name but behaving differently. Okay, that is polymorphism that we can achieve within the Java with help of overloading, overriding. So in Java, we covered a lot of OOPS concept already. The OOPS concept we covered so far are class, object, then polymorphism, encapsulation. Anything we covered? Inheritance we covered. Few more things are left out. Few more things. Abstraction is there still. Okay. Any other things left out, guys, in polymorphism? Other than what I listed here, what are the things that are abstraction is one thing. Apart from abstraction, any other stuff? Class object is covered. Then encapsulation is covered. Inheritance is covered. Polymorphism is covered. Okay, there it's giving only this much. list down, list down, oops, concepts in Java. Again, the same thing. Let's see, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction is coming. Okay, many things are there, but you don't have to learn all those stuff. Abstraction is the main one that is left out. Association, aggregation, very advanced topics there. Okay, we don't have to deal with them for now. Okay, fine. Manjula, can we get both parent method and child method in overriding in same output? I didn't get the question, Manjula. Can you repeat that?
In this example, like we are overriding with a dog, right?
Yeah,
Dog is barking.
Yes.
Like we in the animal we have animal is eating.
Yes.
So is there any chance we get animal is eating and dog is barking?
The same output?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can call this two methods. When you create an object for the animal class, you can access this one. When you create an object for the dog class, you can access this one. But with the help of object with the object of the dog class, we can only access this one because this is overridden method, right? This cannot be called with the object of the dog. But if you still want to access both, right, you should not be implementing overriding. You have to implement overloading.
Okay.
So if you differ in the, I think this, what is this they are saying? Okay. So here eat is there, bark is there. How can they be? Okay. So the same method should be there. No? There's a mistake there. Fine. Let's not worry about that. So anyhow, you got the idea, right? Either overloading should be there. If you want both the methods, overloading. If only one method at a time means overriding. Okay. Or you have to create objects for the both the classes to access. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions, guys, for today? Yeah, PN, actually I thought 40 days, but a lot of doubts are coming. I'm not able to move forward because I want to clear the doubts of the people. That's the main intention. So it may get delayed. Okay.
Arun, one doubt. Is there any reason behind why we can't declare private for class?
Is there any reason? As per Java, it's not allowed. That's it. Okay. If you make some class as private, there is no use of the class, right? Outside the class, you have to access the variables and methods outside the class somehow. At least in this case, you are using public methods to access these variables and methods outside the class. If you make everything private, so what's the use? No one can access, right? Encapsulation won't be possible, basically. You are making the variables and methods attached to the class. And if you are making the class itself as private, how can you work with the private variables and methods outside the class? Not possible, right? Somehow, if you don't go outside of the thing, there is no use, right? So something like that.
Okay, got it. Thanks, sir.
Yes, we cannot create an object of the class if we declare class as private, and because of which we cannot, do any other stuff with the private. Binding thing will be anyhow there because of the private thing. Okay, yeah, PN, slow is better, right? Let's go in this way because a lot of people are asking doubts. We are learning a lot, okay? By these questions and all, we are learning, everyone is learning a lot, right? These are very good questions actually, okay? So keep asking such kind of questions, guys, okay? Why class cannot be private, okay? Let's see. If you need to control access to certain members within a class, you can use access modifiers like private, protected, public for the fields and methods inside the class. However, the class itself need to have an access modifier that allows it to be visible to other classes. I think this will answer your question, na?
Yes, sir.
This one is
Yeah.
answering, right? So you see the fields inside the fields and methods, variables and methods inside the class, if they are made private, there should be some mechanism in which to access them outside the class. If you make the class itself as private, if the Java allows the class itself to be private, then that will become very difficult, right? What's the use? Binding is not possible and all those stuff they are saying, okay? So that the same thing, okay? In class, a class cannot be declared as private because the access modifiers that can be applied to the class are limited to public default and abstract. The access modifier determines the visibility of a class to other class in the same or different package. Okay, so the simple same answer is this one is a better answer. Okay, this one looks like a better answer for you. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to restrict access of that variables and methods, private variables and methods outside the class, you want to give that private variables and you say to the some people, okay, then the class need to be visible to other classes outside the package or within the package. Okay, that's why class need to be public. Fine, that's the answer. But that's a very good question. Okay, that's a very good question, I can say. Out of box question. I'll also make a note of that question. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Anyone have any other questions? Okay. If you don't have any questions, you can leave for the. Yeah, thank you, Rajkumar. Thanks for that. If you don't have any questions, you guys can leave, guys. You guys can leave. Only the people having questions stay in the meeting. Yeah, thanks, Tanmay. Okay. Anyone have any questions?
Hello, Arun.
Yeah, Abby.
Yeah. Thank you for your time tonight.
Yeah.
My question actually relates to one of the assignments you gave us earlier.
Okay. Yeah,
I've been very busy, and then at the same time I was preparing for ISTBQ exam, which I passed.
You already passed?
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, baby.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I was going through one of the assignments regarding as in data type, and
Okay.
I got one question. I wasn't sure if I got the answer right. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Can I post the question on the chat thing?
Yeah, you can post. You can ask me in. Better you post that questions in that WhatsApp group. If not me, anyone can answer, right? If not anyone, I can answer.
Okay.
We already have the WhatsApp group, right? Where everyone is discussing and helping each other, right?
Yeah.
There you can answer, or if the answer is not resolved there, maybe in our next session, I'll answer you. No problem. Okay.
Okay.
Anyhow, we are meeting every day, na? So
I did write a particular program for the question, but I wasn't sure if it is correct or not. So that's why I'm just asking.
Okay. So fine. You can post in the chat box for now if you really want it to be discussed right now.
Okay.
In the chat box of this Zoom meeting, right? You can post it now.
Okay. All right. Okay. 1 second.
So AB, one more help I need from you, because you just now said you cleared this certification, right? ISTQB foundation level.
You said?
Yeah, I need one help from you. AB.
Okay.
That help. Okay, 1 minute. Let me go through your question first. Logical operators implement a program that checks if a given number is both divisible by 2 and 3, print the result.
So
Oh,
this is what I wrote. I wrote it in 2 ways. I'm not sure which one is actually right, correct.
1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. Let me check that. That checks if a given number is both divisible by 2 and 3. Okay. Int A is equal to 12. Okay. Maybe you can use if conditions. Okay.
Which condition?
If conditions you can use. Okay.
Okay.
If this condition, whatever you are doing, right? If D divisible by 2, something like that. Okay. So here, what is the number that you want to check? Whether it is divisible by both 2 and 3. 12 is the number, right?
Yes.
So try to divide this A by B. And are you getting this 0 as the reminder? This logic is correct. Okay. This part you have to put in a if condition. And inside that if condition, put another if condition. And try to divide the, that is, nested if, you can say, right? Like that. Okay.
Okay.
12 divided by 3, you can say that if both are possible, then try to give some Boolean value. Okay, Boolean be outside, you create the if blocks and say, give some value to that, then, that works out. Okay.
Yeah.
Try it out. Try it out using try to reframe. You are trying good. Okay.
Is it okay if you can just show me a sample program so I understand what you're saying?
1 minute. I'll give you one thing. Otherwise, the program is already there, I guess, but I have to check it out. Okay. So in my YouTube channel. One minute, let me check. If it is not there, then we can. Okay.
Okay.
From where you got this question, did I give you the assignment for that or?
Yes, you did.
Okay, maybe. Don't remember that actually. Where I gave that assignment. Okay. Which day? Day 1, day 2, like that. Which day? Any number you remember?
One second, let me quickly check.
Okay, that's fine. You keep trying for that. Meanwhile, I'll check this.
Okay.
Yeah, the program is not there, it seems, in this list, but I'll just give you the solution anyhow.
Okay.
So program divisible by 2 and 3. Okay, something like this. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, I can.
Demo class with main method I'm creating. Inside this, as you have taken, I'll just take. Okay. Some number I will take. In number is equal to some 12, right? I want to check whether this number is given divisible by 2 and 3. So what I'll do is, if 12 modulus by 2 is equal to 0, ampersand 12 modulus 3 is also giving remainder as 0. Or I'll give number here, otherwise number variable is there now. Okay, I'll take this number. So then system.out.println, yes, else system.out.println, no, simple one. Logic is clear for you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to divide a number by 2, and if I'm getting the remainder as 0, this will return true. And this
Yes.
part also, trying to divide this number 12 with 3, and if I'm getting the remainder as 0, then this part also will return true. True and true, both are divisible. So I'll go into the if block and I'll print S. That means it is divisible. And here, if any of the things return false, it will go into the else block because AND condition is there. Both true and true means true. If true, false, false, true, false, false, it will return go to the else block in all the other cases. So just see what will be printed. S should be printed in the output. S got printed. If I give a different number, 13. With 13, what will happen? 13 modulus 2. Will it be divisible? 2 6 1 remainder will come. It will not match.
Yeah.
False will come. One of the thing is
yeah.
false means automatically false, else block, and no will be printed. No will be printed. For example, 15 if I give. 15 if you see, 3 can divide 15 and give the remainder 0, but 2 cannot divide 15 and give the remainder will come as 1. So one of the thing is false, another thing is true. False and true, false. Else block, no. Clear for you, logic?
Yeah, sure.
I'll ping this in the chat box. You can take it from there.
Okay.
Just cross check, okay, where you are lagging at. Okay, so no problem. You are in a good mode. You are trying, right? That's very good. Okay, you are learning it properly. Okay.
Yeah. So
A lot of
there's one
programs you
more.
try to practice the same way. You try to practice more programs the same way. In some while, right, you will get an idea like how to do the stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So one more doubt.
Yeah.
There's another assignment in the same data type. So you asked us to write a program post pre-increment and post-increment. You know, when you write like int a is equal to 5, system.out print ln a++. or plus plus A? Which one is pre-increment and which one is post-increment?
Pre-increment means plus plus A is pre-increment because plus plus is coming before A, so pre-increment. A plus plus is post-increment.
So now, if I say int A equal 5 and system.out.println plus plus A. So that is pre-increment.
Yes, pre-increment, right. First
So
it will
if
increment, then it will print.
So if I print the value of A in that case, say A is equal 5, if I print A as in plus plus A, that will be 6.
Yes, right. First it will increment the value of that A by 1 and then it will print it. First incrementation will be done, then printing will happen.
So plus plus A is pre-increment. A plus plus is post-increment.
Post-increment. First it will print the value of A, then after the statement, A plus plus will happen basically. Okay.
Okay.
The next statement onwards, A will become 6, but in the same statement, A will be 5 only. Okay.
Okay. All right. I got that.
Fine.
Okay.
Things are clear now?
Yes.
Yeah, good try. Good. Keep going. Okay. The same way. Okay. I'll be there to help you out. No need to worry much. Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing, like you just now said, like you have done this ISTQB certification, you cleared it out, right?
Yeah.
So from where you got the, like, where did you prepare? From where you prepared for that assessment and all?
There's one, I think I have one YouTube video that I watched.
Okay.
And then you sent us one website as well. Was it try?
TryQA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. So I went through that website as well.
Yeah.
This one, yes. Yeah.
Okay. In the TryQA, like what are all the things? You just went through these topics?
I just went through like not really through all of them. Because I was having some kind of challenges dealing with statement coverage and then decision coverage. Yeah, so I went through this one, but there's one particular video that I watched. I can give you the link if you want.
Yeah, please give that link.
Okay, 1 second. Let me quickly.
Sure, no problem. We'll wait.
Yeah. Do you want me to post it here?
Yeah, you can post it, no problem, in the chat box.
That one.
Let me open. PM square. Okay. There you followed.
I think you are the one that gave us this one as well.
Yeah. I don't remember, but maybe. I've gone through this. Yeah, you just blindly followed all these things? Videos?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, from first to last. Simple.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that help you out. Apart from this, any other things, any questions or something you had with you? Like
Yeah. Past questions, man.
past questions, from where did you collect?
From I can't really remember precisely, but I have few like up to maybe 10 or 12 past questions.
Okay, okay. So from past questions you collected from different places, you mean to say, na?
That's
On the
right.
website. Okay. You have that collection with you? The past questions.
Yes, I do.
Kindly share them with me, because what we are planning is like, I'm actually trying to make the things easy for everyone. Okay. So since you already have attended this ISTQB and cleared it out, right? You may be having a good number of questions, right? You can share me those questions. Okay. Then
Okay.
what I will do is like, I'll try to create content around that questions. That's the plan.
Okay.
So that it will be helpful for other people. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just
want me to
questions and
send-
some answers about that, like each and every question, right? What I want to do is like, I would like to explain the theory about the question, and then, at the end, I would like to give the answer for the question after the explanation. So that kind of approach I want to take. So
Yeah, that's fine.
that's good, na? So if you have that questions, like whatever the documents or whatever that is with you, right? If you can take out some time and send me the list of questions that you have prepared, right, for
Okay.
the exam, that will make my job easy.
Okay, sure, I will.
Okay,
Can you
so
just do me a
just create
favor
a
right
document.
now?
What you can do is like you just create a single document. In that document, you put all the questions that you have come across for your preparation.
Okay. Yeah, just send me your email address right now.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I
I'll
can-
I'll I'll ping you my email address here in the
Okay.
chat box.
Okay.
You can take it. Okay. Hope you got my email address.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. To that, you just share the document. Okay. Or in the email itself, you type whatever you feel convenient. No problem. Okay.
Yeah. I will compile it right now and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that will be great. That will be great, and it will be helpful for a lot of people. Okay. So by doing that.
Sure.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah. I think we are good now.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Anytime. Welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All
Have a
right.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Fine. Bye, Abhi.
Yeah, bye.
And Pawan,
Sir.
I will stop the
Sir,
recording. Just give me a second.